guys, welcome back to the Upside Down Art Studio. Today we are talking about the pop artist Andy Warhol and his Campbell's soup can paintings. And you guys are going to create your own series of paintings based on your favorite product that you like to eat or drink every day. So pick your product, get it in front of you, get some paper and a pencil, let's get started. All right, so I have chosen to do something that I have with me every day. I drink a lot of water, so I always have my Yeti with me. So that's the product that I'm gonna do. Like I said, you can pick something that you like to eat or drink every day, or to use every day. I might even be a product that you use in your hair or makeup or something else. So you can pick whatever product you want. Pick something that has kind of a simple shape though if you can. A cylinder is real easy to draw. We're gonna do a cylinder. Andy Warhol soup cans were a cylinder. If you do a different shape, that's fine, but I'm gonna show you how to do a cylinder today. So I'm gonna have my Yeti next to me here. And I'm going to try to fit as much as I can on the screen here, but I don't think it's all going to fit. But I'm going to start out, I've got two pieces of paper. I've got a big piece of paper here, which is going to be my drawing, my final drawing. And I'm going to divide that into 4 sections. So I'm going to fold it in half, like so. And then I'm going to fold it in half again. So I'm going to end up with 4 equal sections, okay? And then when I open this back up, I've got the creases there. So Andy Warhol did 32 cans of soup. There were 32 cans originally of Campbell's soup flavors, and he did the 32. We're going to do 4. And so I'm going to do my Yeti in 4 different ways. And so pop art used a lot of different colors that were very bright and very vibrant and bold and really stood out. They really popped. And so we're going to do different color schemes or different color combinations in each one in the pop art style of colors that are really going to make them pop. So you get to be creative and have fun with that. I'm going to start my drawing on a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to draw it once, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it underneath each corner, each section, and I'm going to trace it 4 times. So work smarter, not harder. Just like Andy Warhol, he loved automation. Anytime he could find an easier way to do things or a way to make multiples of something, do it once and make multiples of it with printmaking, he would do that. So we're going to do it though where we're going to trace it. So the only thing you need to make sure is I'm going to put my piece of paper here, and I'm going to, just to make sure that I'm going to kind of map out how big I need this to be so that I'm drawing it the right size for the squares that I'm going to have to trace it into. Okay, just kind of simply here. So now I have my square here, my rectangle actually, and then I'm going to know that I can put that under there and trace it. Okay, so for my drawing, when I look at a cylinder from the top, it's a circle. I know it's a circle, and even if I look at it at an angle, my brain still says it's a circle, but my eyes know differently because actually this has changed, and my eyes see this as an oval. It's called foreshortening. It's the angle that I'm seeing it at. It's changed. See, circle? Brain says, well, it's still a circle. It is still a circle, but that's not the way I see it. So I have to draw it the way I see it if I want it to look realistic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom in a little here so you can see good, is I'm going to draw an oval for the top of my cylinder. I'm just kind of sketching it out. And you know, I don't try to draw the perfect shape the first time. I do baby steps. I call it baby stepping it, where you just do some scratchy little sketchy lines to kind of figure out. It's like filling in the dots or connecting the lines or connecting the dots. And so I'm just trying to figure out how I want this shape to be. I want it to be an oval. And then I'm going to notice some details. I've got a little piece coming off the back of my Yeti here, and you're going to look at the details of your product. So start looking at all those little things. And we're not going to get just because of our time, we're not going to try to get every single detail in here. But I'm going to try to get some of the major ones so that when somebody's looking at it, they're like, oh, I can tell what that is. All right. And so there's a couple little slide things here on my drink Yeti container here. It says Yeti right here. And if there's words on something, you want to try to get it close to what you see. But we're not going to fuss too much. We want enough detail in here that it's going to look like what it is. And when somebody looks at it, they say, oh. They don't say, what is that? So I'm just lightly sketching out some of the details. So I got that plastic lid there, and then there's like a metal part on mine. And again, you're looking at your product and looking for your details. So my Yeti's gonna kind of come down like this. And then a cylinder, again, my brain tells me that it's flat on bottom. That's true, but my eyes see it as a curved line because the sides are going back around in space, and so that's how we see things. They look curved to us. And the bottom is round. So even though it's flat, our brain sometimes says, oh, flat, I'm gonna draw a straight line, but actually, you're gonna draw a curved line for the bottom of any cylinder, okay? All right, so all these little sketchy lines don't really matter if it's a little scratchy, because now once I've got what I want on here, I'm gonna take a Sharpie marker and I'm gonna trace. Okay, so and then I'm gonna go back in because I missed really lightly, it's hard to tell, but it says Yeti right there. So I'm going to try to get those black letters as close as I can. And if there's words on a curved surface, they're going to be curved. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curved line on here. That's going to be the line that I'm going to put those letters on. So I make sure that my words are curved so it looks like my cup is rounded. If I just do them straight across in here, it's going to look flat, not 3D. Okay. So now if I wanted to, I could go back in and erase all this. If this was my real drawing, I would go back in and erase and just leave the Sharpie showing, but this isn't my real drawing. Remember, this is just my, it's kind of like my stencil. I'm gonna take now and I'm gonna put this under my paper so I can see it, and I'm gonna center it in the first section. And if you need to tape this down, you could, if you think it's gonna move. I think I'm okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and trace this into my first square. Okay, so I've done mine 4 times, one in each square here, or one in each rectangle. I'll zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, and then once you've got that done now, you've got some choices to make. So you're going to pick your color scheme, and on the slides you guys can look at the slide about color theory and the color wheel and the different types of color schemes. You know, you've got complementary color schemes, colors across from each other on the color wheel. They look really bold and bright together. They really pop. So like orange and blue looks good together. Like hot pink and lime green is a type of complementary color. It's like red and green, but hot pink and lime green look really nice. They're very pop colors. Blue and orange are pop colors. Complementary colors. But any kind of complementary colors are really going to look like this pop art style. But you pick whatever colors you want, okay? You can do this in markers, you can do this in colored pencils, you can trace with a Sharpie if you want, you can leave it more sketchy if you want. So as far as the way that you finish this off, you can do it in your own style, or you can do it like I'm going to do. Okay, so I am done with my Andy Warhol inspired pop art products, and I did the 4 Yetis, as you can see, and I did a couple different things. I did complementary colors, so I've got my blue green here and my red orange here, which are across from each other on the color wheel. And then I did a yellow green and a red violet here, which are also across from each other on the color wheel. And then the backgrounds I did reversed, and then I tried to carry the colors. So orange was here, orange was here, orange was here, orange was here. yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, blue, blue, blue. And so I tried to pop the colors around here so that it would balance all out and once it kind of tie all together. So you can color these any way you want. I'm going to include the color wheel at the end of the video so that you can look at the color wheel to try to help you pick out a good color scheme. And you know what, drawing this 4 times really helps you get the feel for the object that you're drawing. You really get the hang of it. That first time, if you had only drawn it once, you might remember how to draw it. But after I traced it 4 more times, I really got the hang of it. I really got the feel for how that object was drawn. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you next time on the Upside Down Art Studio. Bye, guys.